If we're not at a Disney park, we're dreaming about being there, and a cup of Joffrey's Coffee Disney Blend helps. But what about when you're at a Disney park? The Joffrey's Disney Kiosk and Restaurant Locator will make sure you never miss out, whether it's a cool drink on a hot summer vacation or a great cup of coffee at a Disney signature restaurant. Joffrey's has you covered. Check it out at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
To our new passengers, aloha and welcome aboard.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. This is ResortLoop.com, the gateway to the magic. Hope everyone's having a fantastic week. Got something very interesting to talk about here in a second. Before we get into the meat of the show, so to speak, I wanted to mention Joffrey's Coffee still doing their Flavor Originator Contest. Go over to Joffreys.com. They'll have the information right over there. Enter on the website where you're picking out the flavors of the coffee, getting the name of the coffee, entering 5 people chosen at random. Free coffee for a year. 1 bag of coffee every month for a year. Fantastic. Invite me over for a cup of coffee. We'll talk some Disney. We'll talk some coffee. What more? Because you want to talk about. So, I'm sitting at home. I'm thinking, Tim, we need a good topic for this show. What are we going to talk about? Went right across the ResortLoop.com newswire. I get information. Walt Disney World is offering a brand new ticket offer. This is crazy. Walt Disney World, you're like, what could they do ticket-wise? They got the 1 park per day. They got the park hopper. They got annual passes. This is what they got. This is now called the new Midday Magic Ticket Offer. Now, this is only good through, I'll have the date on it in a little bit, but kind of good through the end of the year. So, with the Midday Magic Ticket, guests can enjoy admission after 12 o'clock p.m., afternoon, to 1 theme park per day. These come in 2, 3, and 4-day tickets. And the start date has to be on or before December 15th. So if you're booking it on December 15th, if you have a 4-day pass, you're good through December 19th, whatever 15 plus 4 would be. I think that's 19. Something like that. The 2-day Midday Magic Ticket works out to $88 a day. These are all plus tax. They do not include tax. Comes out to $88 a day for admission afternoon. That gives you $176 total for the ticket. And these expire 4 days after the first selected start date. So all these tickets are going to build in a couple days for you to use after the first day you use them. 3-day, this midday magic ticket, valid afternoon, comes out to $84 a day, so $252 for the ticket for 3 days. And the 4-day ticket, this midday magic, valid afternoon, is valid for $79 per day, plus the tax. That comes out to $316 a ticket, and that one expires 7 days after you first use the ticket. So if you're there for a week and you buy this 4-day ticket, you got 4 days of parking admission, but you can't go in until afternoon. So this is I'm not going to say a good option. It depends on who you are, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But with these tickets, I'm going to read out right off the Disney information here. The magic starts at noon, as guests will receive admission to 1 theme park per day afternoon. Guests can secure afternoon and evening Fast Pass Plus to select attractions, entertainment, and character greets up to 30 days in advance. So you're getting a little shorter booking window, and of course you're not in the park, so there's no reason to book them in the morning, so you have to book them in the afternoon or evening. It says guests can enjoy new seasonal excitement, including new sips and savors at the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, and the Holiday Hoopla Dance Party at Dinoland USA and Disney's Animal Kingdom and Theme Park. That starts November 8th. So, I consider this new Magic Midday Ticket Offer. Midday Magic. There's always magic in their tickets named somewhere. So I came up with a list. I just thought we'd talk about this, some of the pros to this offer. Like, why would you maybe consider buying this kind of limited ticket where you can't get in until noon? So, say you're a night owl. This is number 1 on my list. These aren't in any specific order, by the way. Or you like to sleep in. And there's no way you're going to get to rope drop. A lot of times, people say if you can't make it to rope drop at a park, you've lost a few hours. So you're going a little bit later anyway. So if you want to sleep in, you're naturally a night owl, this might be a good ticket for you. And keep in mind, if you're not going in the park till noon, this might be a good option, not only ticket-wise, but maybe to consider a resort upgrade. Because you're going to be spending a little more time in the room trying to sleep. I know some of the value resorts have a reputation for being a little noisier. So maybe if you're going to get this ticket, maybe you're going to want to maybe upgrade to maybe like a moderate resort. Just something to consider, a moderate or deluxe, or maybe some kind of villa. Just something to throw out there. Maybe you're a Disney veteran. You don't feel the need to rope drop. You kind of do what you can do easily enough. You've been there before. You're like, well, if I don't get to this trip, I'll get it when we go back down in a few months. Or, we just did that on the last trip. Kind of give you maybe a more relaxed trip. Maybe this ticket gives you time to schedule some resort breakfasts. Say you want to do the Chef Mickey's. Have a nice little character interaction there with the contemporary. Maybe a late breakfast. Maybe do some shopping around the resorts. Then maybe hit the parks at noon. That's another option for you. This might be a good option. Say you're in a hotel that's not really close to a park. Say maybe you're staying at maybe a Disney Springs resort. Maybe you're staying off property. This could be a good ticket for you. You're like, we're going to get there when we get there. We're going to plan on staying late. Maybe we're going to do extra magic hour evenings if we're staying on property. You can't go to the extra magic hour mornings, but you can still stay for the evening. So that's kind of a good option with this ticket. If you're going to the Food and Wine Festival, this is probably the ticket for you. A lot of the booths don't open until, right around noon anyway. Going through the International Gateway, going through the main entrance, however you're going to get there, you got the whole evening to wine and dine yourself around World Showcase in Epcot. That sounds like I think that might be what this is made for. I'm wondering, if the bookings are soft, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Also, maybe, here's another thought, maybe you're going to take the first part of your day, and we're going to do some non-Disney stuff. Now, Tim, heresy! Why would I not do Disney stuff when I'm at Disney? Well, now, maybe you're going to save a few bucks for these tickets. You need to do something before noon. Maybe you're going to take this opportunity. Let's head out. Maybe we'll get some breakfast outside the parks. Hit something like a Denny's, McDonald's. Something quick, save a few dollars. Maybe we'll do some outlet shopping. Hit some of those outlet malls right off property there. Some of those maybe, Disney character spots or character warehouse type places. Maybe you need to do that infamous Target run. We need some sunscreen. Maybe we need some shampoo, toothpaste, that kind of thing. Always time for a Target run if you need to. Assuming you have your own car, that's a whole other issue. And maybe here's another one, last one on my list for pros. You're doing a short trip only anyway. So maybe the 2, 3, or 4 day ticket, maybe that's good for you. Something to throw out there. Cons to the ticket offer. I came up with some cons here I thought that was kind of interesting. One, it's for a short trip only. If you're going for 7 or 8 days and you want more than a 4-day ticket, you have to go with the standard ticket anyway. So the short trip only is good for the pros and the con list. Another con, you're going in at the busiest time of the day. Around noon, everyone's kind of got there for the day, is probably already there. So you got to kind of build that in there. But remember, you can build some fast passes in there. 30 days out. Now, I realize this is in like the fall and, going into the winter this time period here, but, the middle of December. I was there in the middle of December last year and it was hot. It was 90 some degrees. So you're also going in at the hottest part of the day. So that's something also to keep in mind. Might be a good time if you do go in at noon. Maybe hit some of those shows. Hit some Hall of Presidents. They're in the Magic Kingdom, some American Adventure. Maybe some movies in China, that kind of thing. When you're going in at noon, you're probably not going to plan on leaving the park then. Once you're there at noon, you want to get the most out of the ticket. You save some money on this ticket, so you might as well get the best value out of that ticket. Don't go back to the room. You're probably not going to want to go back and swim. You're probably not going to want to leave the park and, get dining somewhere else. You're probably going to want to eat in the park. Have your full day park experience. You'll probably be more rested, chances are, if you're not going in until noon. You've not burned yourself out in the morning. You've not gotten up early. Oh, I just threw a little pro on my con list. Time crossing streams, never cross your streams. Also need to remember this when you're making your Fast Pass reservations we talked about earlier. If you're used to a Fast Pass strategy for the morning, you might have to adjust, shift it a little bit. The availability might not be there, but you want to get those 3 in, so maybe you can do the rolling Fast Pass plan later. So you might not have first chance and maybe the best Fast Passes, but you can definitely get some Fast Passes. Take advantage of those. Also, with these half-day tickets, I won't call them half-day, when you're going in at noon, check out the Magic Kingdom party dates. Because if you're only going in at noon and you have to leave, 4, 5, 6 o'clock, no, it's not 4, 5, 6 o'clock, whatever it is, because they're going to have the Christmas party or the Halloween party, that's a really short day in the park, and it's one park per day, so you can't go to another park. So if you're down there, and it's Mickey's, not Vicky. I don't know why Vicky'd be having a very Merry Christmas party. But Mickey or Vicky, whoever's having the party, you might want to maybe make that your Epcot Animal Kingdom. Now this leads me to the idea. The bookings must be soft for Disney World for the fall. I mean, it sure seems like it, because they're running this ticket special. And this kind of shocks me that they're doing this before Galaxy's Edge is opened. So my guess is, maybe people aren't terribly excited for Galaxy's Edge. They kind of, they've seen what it is over in Disneyland. They're excited it's opening in Disney World, but they're not moving up their trips yet. Plus, we don't have Rise of the Resistance yet. That's going to be coming soon. So that might have a little play on, maybe why people are holding off on their trips. We're going to wait till Rise of the Resistance is open. I mean, the Skyliners aren't open yet. Although they might be open by this time, but, people aren't booking just to go on the Skyliners. It'll be a bonus if you get there. Still anxious to see how that goes. I'm waiting for some reviews. It's interesting that they're not launching until hopefully it starts getting cooler down there. But here's kind of a point I wanted to bring up. I'm wondering if this whole booking soft thing in the fall has anything to do with Disney taking away the non-expiring ticket option a couple years ago. This was always how I would travel. We would go down in the summer. We would usually, buy the 10-day ticket. We'd opt for the non-expiring ticket, and we would get 2 or 3 trips out of that. Love that idea. We used that for years before they took that away. Talked about it on the show. Made me angry, or as angry as I get. And speaking of anger, annual passes have gone up. So I don't think people are necessarily going right out as soon as they expire and renewing them. So they're like, well, we'll wait till we really want to go down before we just, we'll buy a brand new annual pass instead of renewing the one I have. So I'm wondering if they're getting, bitten by people maybe not renewing their annual passes right away to go to this fall. People that don't have, any tickets left on any passes anymore. They might have bought a couple years ago, so they're going to wait till everything's open to go then. All these ticket restrictions have seemed like they've taken away the idea of, let's just do a spontaneous trip. I have 3 days off, hey, Spirit or Frontier Airlines has some cheap fare going down. Let's just go down. We'll stay where we can stay. We'll go into the park. We'll have some fun for a couple days, fly back. I don't think people are doing that nearly as much right now. I don't think it's necessarily the economy as a whole. I think it might just be, the Disney pricing, what's open at Disney right now. Just kind of my thought, my opinion. It's always a good time to go if you can go. And I've said this for years. Take a trip to Disney and maybe not do a theme park. Enjoy the resorts. Enjoy the Disney Springs. Maybe do a trip down. Enjoy some of the restaurants, and maybe not avoid the parks for a trip. A lot of people say that's heresy. Tim's talking about 2 heresy topics in this show. What's up with that? But just something to keep in mind. Let's see how this all plays out. I'll be anxious to see if there's any more incentives coming. Okay, so in thinking of this, I have a prediction. You're like, Tim, you're like Nostradamus with your predictions. Occasionally I hit on these. I've not heard anything about this. I came up with this. I think this would be a fantastic idea. I want to know what everybody thinks about this idea. If you like this idea, post it on some boards. If there's an idea out there, I think this trip would get maybe me to go down maybe more often. I think it'd get a lot of people to go more down there. My prediction is going to be a modified bounce back offer. Now, we've all heard of the bounce back offers. You're staying in a hotel. There's a card on the desk saying, if you call us at the desk and you book your next trip, we'll give you a discounted trip coming back. Okay, check that out. Maybe the numbers are good. But, you don't know right then, can I go in the window that they have here? Here's my idea. You need to offer a package. Or maybe it's just tickets, just a plain ticket. Say, for example, 7-day ticket. 4 days you have to use within, what they usually say, 7 days, depending on the ticket, or 14 days of first use. Fine, you can use that on this trip down. You have a week vacation, 4 full days in the park, fantastic. Say the other 3 days expire a year from the date of first use. Now you've got an incentive for another trip No real window. You have a year to use it. So maybe, you've taken your summer trip. Hey, we've got these 2-3 days. Let's go down. Let's hit some food and wine. Let's hit a Mickey's Not So Scary Christmas party. I think this is a fantastic idea. It's like a 4-3 ticket. And say, you're down there for 7 days. You decide to use all 7 days. No problem. The 3 days on there, you have an option. No, I just have to use those 3 days in a year. I think that would be the ticket of the future. I love this idea. I think we need to consider this. And by we, I mean Disney. I have no control over tickets. Oh, anyway. If it ever goes up on the site, I would like it to be called the Tim Scott Ticket Offer. So, just throwing that out there. If Disney happens to be listening. Hello. You there? Okay, so. This just in. As I'm recording the show, I'm checking out some things online. I believe earlier in the show I already mentioned. We'll see what kind of other promotions come out. We have a new promotion from Disney just out this morning. Free dining has come back out. Now, these dates are very restricted, so they must have rooms that they would like to fill. Here is the deal on this new offer. This is a savor a free delicious offer. Now, they had this out earlier, then it went away for a while, I noticed, because I was looking for some clients. Came back. Now, you need to book this through September 29th for this dining offer. Now, it's available most nights, it says, but they're restricted windows. September 1st through September 18th, November 17th through November 27th, my anniversary, by the way, and December 8th through December 23rd. So these are relatively short windows. So I think dining went away. They looked and checked out the bookings, and they said, you know what? Let's offer this, see if we can fill up some rooms. And again, it's kind of the same standard thing. The deluxe villa resorts, you get the free standard Disney dining plan. And then the moderate and the values get the free Disney quick service dining plan. So, interesting that we were talking about the incentives and the tickets, and then all of a sudden this free dining offer comes down. So, if these dates work for you, by the way, September 1st through the 18th, November 17th through the 27th, and December 8th through the 23rd, look us up over there at ResortLoop.com. We'd be happy to help you book a trip so you can take advantage of this. And if bookings are soft, I'm wondering how park attendance will be. So, just throwing that out there as well. Once again, with most Disney offers, and especially this offer, it's so limited as far as the time frames. You got to remember, the resort rooms are limited. They might not have the resort you want. You might have to be flexible there. The restaurants you might want to eat at with the free dining, they might not have availability, so you might have to be very flexible on that. You might want to check and see if the restaurants you want are even available before you want to see if you can book the package. Tips are not included, as always, with the dining plans now. In general, you can't use the dining package if you're booking like 3-bedroom villas, campsites or anything extra exorbitant. But, we'll have to help you sort that out over at ResortLoopTravel.com. So hope we gave you some good information there, help you plan some future trips. Let me know if anybody's planning on taking advantage of this midday magic ticket offer. Going in at noon on the parks. I save a little bit of money. Might have to adjust some planning. I'm curious if anybody's going to do that. Don't forget, go out there, go to Joffreys.com. Flavor Originator Sweepstakes. Fantastic idea. Sounds like a beautiful contest to me. Yeah, they don't get any better, folks. It's like you're on the Jungle Cruise. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, the website, ResortLoop.com. Occasionally Instagram as well. And check us out over at Looper Nation Live over on Facebook. It's our group. Great people over there. A lot of them are having some good trips right now, posting some fun stuff. So you want to look over there also. I'm Tim Scott. You've been listening to The Gateway to the Magic. We'll see you later, everybody. Vacation memories will stay with you and your family for a lifetime. The Resort Loop Travel Group was created with this in mind. Our fee-free services will relieve you of the stress and confusion of finding and booking the best vacation at the best price. After booking, we will continue to monitor for ways to save you even more on your vacation. We will check for any upcoming packages and discounts to save you as many vacation dollars as possible. Resort Loop Travel Group, gateway to your magical vacation memories. Get a quote, or for more information, visit ResortLoopTravelGroup.com. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. This is ResortLoop.com, the gateway to the music. Gateway to the music. Ugh. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. This is Tim Scott.